Oops, it's already moisturized. And now I'm going to take some of my Lioele Blooming Shimmer Pearl Base. And this is basically just kind of a highlighter that you can put underneath your foundation. It's like a primer, sorry. I'm just going to apply that with my fingers. So it's just kind of got like a little pearly kind of champagne-y pink color to it. So I'm going to put that all over my face. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's just, I mean, I look pink because now I've touched my face. But it just gives you a really nice kind of glow, like a pinkish glow. Well, not pink, but you know what I mean. For my foundation, Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse. The color that I use is 150 Classic Ivory. And I'm going to apply that with my Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki. So I'm basically going to start just applying that all over my face. And this foundation is nice because it does look like skin. It's not super cakey or kind of like super drying. So if you do have, drier skin, then it's definitely a great option. And also if you don't like the feeling of makeup or the look of makeup, but you still need coverage, then you will like this foundation. I'm just gonna bring whatever's left on my brush kind of down because my neck is like whiter than a ghost. And then I barely put any on my forehead because my forehead doesn't really have much. I do have a kind of like little bit of pigmentation problem from the sun, but I don't really have any scarring or anything like that. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting this on your eyelids because it does tend to make my eyeshadow crease. So if you have been putting it on your eyelids and you find that your eyeshadow isn't maybe staying as long as you'd like or as well as you like, then that might be why. I'm not going to set mine with powder because it's not that like greasy or anything, and I want to look real nice and kind of glowy. Okay, now for concealer, I'm just going to use my Maybelline. This is the Instant Age Rewind Under Eye Concealer. It is in the color Fair. And I'm basically just going to put that right underneath the eyes just to highlight so that it's nice and bright under there. So I kind of just bring it down into like a triangular section, or sorry, not section, shape. And then with the Sigma P86, I'm just going to kind of blend that out. And you can do it with your fingers too if you want, but I just prefer doing it with this. You can see how it's just kind of highlighted under the eyes there, so it's nice and bright and awake. Instead of using my normal Too Faced Shadow Insurance, I'm going to use my MAC paint in Bare Canvas, just because I want it to be a little bit more kind of coverage. The Too Faced doesn't really have any kind of coverage as far as lightening, it just is more kind of clear. So this one has got more of a kind of concealer type finish look, It really blanks everything out. So that's why I'm using this one instead. So that's just, see how it's just nice and light up there now. Now for my bronzer, I'm going to use a cream bronzer, and I'm just going to try and stick with a bunch of cream products for this look. I just want that real glowy kind of dewy look. Okay, so I'm going to take my Sigma F15 Duo Fiber Brush, and then this is the only cream bronzer I have. It's Fusion, and the color is Goddess, and it's just a nice little kind of cream bronzer. So I'm just going to basically apply this everywhere that you would your normal kind of contour. In the hollows of my cheeks. And then I'm just going to take a little bit underneath the jaw as well. For the cheeks, I'm going to use more of like a peachy. So this is from e.l.f. This is Tease. So you can see it's just a nice cream, or sorry, peach. And I'm just using the same brush. So I'm just going to tap it in there. And then I'm just going to tap that off of the back of my hand just to make sure you don't have too much product and you're not going to have a big old like, whoa, peach just pooped on you. So I'm just very lightly just kind of popping that on the apples of my cheeks. So it's just a nice peach glow. I just don't have any foundations that can give that glow. So what I'm going to use is just my MAC. This is the cream color base in Pearl. And I'm basically just going to put that on with my fingers. And I always rub it in here and then tap it off on the back of my hand first. Because sometimes you can get like a line or something. Do you know what I mean? So I tap that off and then I'm just going to basically just put that all on the highest point of my cheekbones. And I'm using 2 fingers because I kind of want it to be a slightly like larger area. And do bring it up onto the sides. And then I'm going to actually bring a little bit up just onto that lightest part, just to kind of give me a little bit of a sheen that I don't have naturally. Okay, so now I look a little bit glowy. I'm like, yeah, I'm not so dry. So I've got my eyebrows on. For the eyes, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked and the Naked 2 palette, because there's a couple of colors from each one that I think are really nice. For the brow bone, I'm going to take 2 different colors, and I'm actually going to just use this big massive brush, because I'm actually going to put this all over. This is the large fluff from Sigma, and it's like rather humongous. And I'm going to take, this is Foxy from the Naked 2 palette. And it's basically just a cream, a matte cream. And I'm going to put that all over the lid, and then also all over the brow bone. And then kind of bring it out a little bit. And I'm using a bigger brush because I don't want it to be like really like, whoa, there's a line, when I'm kind of bringing it out onto my face. So this is nice because it kind of, it's almost like putting down the color but blending as well at the same time because it's so big. Next, I'm going to take, this is from Lorac. It's actually like more of a kind of matte white. The color is Chic. And with a slightly smaller brush, this is the E55 from Sigma, I'm just going to basically put that kind of up right in the brow bone in the highest point. And then again, kind of just softly bringing it down onto the sides of my face. And a little bit just kind of in the very lowest part. The next color that I'm going to take, I'm going to take a little bit of this Naked, it's just a matte kind of light tan, and I'm just going to apply that with a fluffy brush, just kind of as my base to work with, just basically in the crease, just so it's kind of going to blend a little bit easier for me. The next thing I'm going to take is a, what is this? This is the Sigma E45. And it's got a nice point on it, so it's nice for getting in that crease and getting a nice like, whoa baby line. I'm going to take Creep from the Naked. And I know you're thinking, whoa, that's really dark. You're a psychopath. Kind of really pulled in. Which I actually never ever do. So this will be different for me. And you're just going to kind of start pulling that up so that it blends. So start off with a little and then just, you can, you know, start building it up. But make sure that you leave this bottom nice and free of color. Okay, so both sides are done. I'm going to go in with Pistol from the Naked 2, which is kind of a shimmery, kind of lighter gray. And with that same brush, I'm just going to basically go over that first color that I put down, just to kind of add a little bit of shimmer in there. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this. This is NYX Platinum Silver. So with that big fat brush, I'm just going to kind of take a little bit of that and just barely touch it over those lower lids. This is my Physicians Formula, and it's the cream gel liner. And I'm just going to take the Sigma E05. Okay, so I'm just going to take black liner, a nice little pointed brush, and I'm basically just going to apply that to my lower lid, right by the eyelashes. I'm really hoping you guys are going to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna kind of start in the outer part. Okay, so that's done. So there's the liner. Now I'm just going to take, this is the Rimmel Soft Kohl Pure White eyeliner. And I'm just going to basically go just above where I put that black liner. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush. I'm just going to take a little pencil brush from Sigma, and I'm going to go in with Foxy, that cream color. Just nice and light right there. Okay, so now for the bottom, I'm just going to take a little bit of that Pistol color with a smoky brush. Where the heck is it? A smoky brush. I always say that. A pencil brush. And I'm just going to kind of put that underneath. I'm going to take a little bit of the first color that we used on our crease, which was Creep. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this Darkhorse, which is kind of a golden brown. And I'm just going to put that right over. Okay, now I'm going to put my mascara on, which is my Maybelline XXL Pro Extensions. Okay, so the eyes are done. That's what it looks like. For my lippy poos, oh my god, I have a fly in here. I got some plants for Valentine's Day, and they had little flies in them. Now to soften that up, I'm just going to take Naked from MAC and go right over it. So that kind of makes it look like you have like a little bit bigger lips, but you really don't. I'm just going to take Bubble Tea from MAC, which is Plushglass, and just hit that right over. I love the smell of Plushglass. It smells so good. If you want to add more brown, add more brown. If you like the gray, add the gray. You know, it's kind of just, you know, basically the basic shape, and then you can kind of do variations of colors. So I hope that you guys like it. So thank you so much for watching. I will have pictures on my blog, which is samschuerman.com. I will have my outfit of the day of what I'm wearing today on my blog as well. So thank you for watching. Bye.